because we could have just started and nobody was watching. Okay.
Okay. We would probably entertain ourselves and have a good time.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All good.
See, I was ahead of myself. Okay. We are officially live, right? Okay. We are live. Can you guys see us? Please throw me a quick text to make sure this questions thing clearly isn't working. But I'll just go ahead and wait. Text me. Let me know you guys can see it. Can see us. Oh my gosh, technical stuff always makes me crazy.
We always have technical problems. I mean, it's really cool to have technical advances, but when they don't work, it doesn't make it so cool.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I believe, if I remember correctly, this questions thing, I don't know where it's supposed to go.
So I have a step right here, but it's not typing anything.
Right, and I think that's just for us to see, and I'm wondering if on YouTube they probably can't see it, like the Google one they probably could have, but so like I said, this thing was just a test. I've never used this tool before, so we are going to stick with the original plan of on the Facebook events page, on the are you
Am I messing it up?
I don't know. You're still with me, so
I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Okay, I just got a text.
They said they can see us.
Yay! Okay, I just got a text from someone that says there's a pop-up you can click on the video to go to question. So maybe you can kind of hover over. I can see it. Somebody just posted it. I can't tell who it is, but someone posted it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
They said it's working and we look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Must be the Shakeology.
Okay, so if you hover over your video, I guess there's an option where you can hit questions, and then you can type in a question. I see some coming up, so I'm guessing some of you are getting them. We will keep open that thread on the Facebook events page, just in case if you're watching from mobile, you're probably not going to be able to do that. So just go to the event page where on the comment on the thread where you got the link for this. It's the very first post. And at the end, we will go through those questions. But also feel free, if you figure it out, to use the question area here. We'll do that too. So we will be good to go. So are we ready to start? You good?
Yeah.
Everything's good. Okay. Yay. All right. So my name is Brittnae, for those of you that don't know me. And Stephanie and I were together in the PiYO Coach Test group. So I messaged her last week and said, hey, you know, we should really get on live, answer some questions, share our story, and let you guys know a little bit about PiYO because it's coming, and we are, what, like a week, 2 weeks from the launch, something like that? I'm not.
Yeah, like 12 days or something, 9 days.
So huge. And if you guys are going to be at Coach Summit, you will officially be able to purchase it on June 23rd. Wait, or that's Monday. So that's the day that's actually coming out. But you'll be able to purchase it when you're at Summit before then. So this is awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and share our stories with you guys and kind of fill you in on PiYO, and then we'll go through some questions. So, Steph, you want to go first?
Well, sure, I guess so. My name is Stephanie Richardson. I am a mom, a 40-and-a-half-year-old mom of 2 boys, a little older than Brittnae. And so I live in Colorado and was super excited to have the Pilates yoga combination in PiYO. Was hoping that Beachbody would come out with this a long time ago, so I was very excited when they finally launched it. And so they asked us to be in the test group, and I was totally fired up, except for the fact that I had a lot of things going on those 60 days. My parents were going to be in town for 3.5 weeks. We were remodeling our bathroom. our master bathroom. It took 3 months. Not on purpose, but because they found mold, and so blah, blah, blah. It was just super crazy, and I knew I was going to be stressed, and when I stress, I like to eat, so I knew that the eating part was going to be a little bit hard for me, but I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is a great opportunity. I started Pilates and yoga, I guess probably 11 years ago. Was the first time I did it. It was really probably the starting of me going, okay, I can't say I just had a baby anymore. I have to get healthy. And so that was probably the start. And I started eating better and doing Pilates and yoga. So I was really excited that Beachbody was coming out with something but it's so different than our regular Pilates and yoga. So I lost 12 pounds, 8.5 inches. 3 off my waist, which I was very excited. I wasn't a 26 waist like Brittnae, but I was a 28, so that was pretty cool. I have really big hips, so I was grateful to have lost in my hips as well and be 38 in my hips, so that was pretty cool as well. So had great results, love seeing the definition in my body, and you know, it's really cool. My body was tired, and I don't know about if you felt the same way, Brittnae, but my body was tired from doing all the hard workouts and the jarring and the, you know, go for it. So I was ready for like a little bit of a difference and a little change. So, yeah, so loved it. Does that help? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah. And I hope you guys noticed on the event page, I posted pictures of both of one picture of both of us for our transformation, so you can kind of, if you haven't seen that, you can go to the events page, not now, stay here with us, but and really see the changes that were made. And it wasn't just us too. I mean, there were amazing transformations across the board, and like we saw some pictures today. I don't know, I think we can share that. We may be able to share that.
Yeah, Patrick's pictures. Yeah. I can post those on the event page.
Oh my gosh. He had like incredible, insane abs from PiYO, and that is what I love, because it's not just something for girls and women. It's like he never lifted weights, and his transformation is unbelievable. So to tell a little bit about me, I am 28. I'm 29 this month, and I have 2 kids. They are 7 and 5, and I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So for me, the winters, especially this winter, are so hard because you go the whole time, and ours lasts from like October, and this year it was till like the 1st of May. I mean, it was ridiculous. And you just feel run down, you feel super tired, and PiYO coming in was like perfect time because I was ready to do something new. And for me, I've been struggling a lot over the last 5 years since I had my daughter with being up some weight and down some weight. You know, I've done the Ultimate Reset, which I had really great results with, 21-day fix in February and March, and had great results with, but I hadn't really, I guess I felt myself that I was in a place where, even though I'm only 28, I felt complacent, and I had this idea that the scale's never going to move for me. I'm not going to make changes because I had been doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I just was not seeing any changes. Like, my nutrition was on point from the 21-day fix. I was eating right, but I wasn't seeing definition. I wasn't losing anything in my waist, and I was just kind of floating along this same line. So rewind a little bit back to September, when we were able to apply to be in the 21-day fix test group. And when I found out that I didn't get picked, I was devastated. Like, I knew at that point I needed something that was going to give me good nutrition, that was going to make me stay on focus, knowing that I had to do something. And I was devastated. I literally cried for a baby, like a baby, for days because I wasn't picked. So when we went on the cruise, I just went all out, and we were drinking every day, and we were eating all day, every day, and just packing it on. So like everything I lost in the 21-day fix was right back to the beginning, and I was just like, okay, this is it. I was exhausted when we came back, and I took a nap, like a 4-hour nap, the next day after we got back, and I woke up and I was looking at my email on my phone and had this email about this PiYO group, and I kind of sat there for a second. I had no clue like what I was reading. I actually had to get up, go to my computer like straight from my nap, and it was the invite and asking, do you want to be a part of this group? And mind you, we had no clue that this was even remotely coming. So in that moment, I jumped off my chair. I'm pretty sure I ran around like a little girl crying and screaming because I knew at that point that there was a reason that I was not picked for the 21-day fix, and this was it. I lost about 45 pounds of Turbo Jam. So for me, you know, Shalene Johnson has always been my go-to for a trainer. So to know that I was picked to be a part of this was huge. Overall results, I lost 12 pounds and 12 and a half inches, I believe it was, 5 inches alone in my waist. And I have like upper oblique abs, and I have these quads that I don't even know where they came from. Like, I didn't think my legs had those. But most of all, it was that moment where I thought back to that time when I was like, okay, I'm a mom. I'm not supposed to slim down that way. My body's just not going to do it. To, I lost 12 pounds. Like, the scale shouldn't have dropped that much. There's no way. I was 105 pounds when I was a senior in high school, and I was 105 pounds, well, today I'm 105 pounds. So it's insane to me. And before you freak out, I'm only 5'1", so everybody's always like, oh my God, that's way too skinny. I'm only 5'1", I'm pint-sized, so that's okay, I promise. But it just, oh my gosh, like everything about your body just changes with PiYO, and I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away, and this is something that I will never, ever, ever take out of my plan, whether I'm weightlifting. It'll always be at least 3 days a week, if not every day of my plan. So I'm in love. I'm in love. I don't know. That's all.
Okay, did you feel like, I know that, you know, my body, like I talked about, my body was like sore and tired, you know, and were you surprised at how your body feels now, like as far as, you know, how does it feel different than when you're doing like an Insanity program or a P90X program or even the 21-day fix program? How does your body feel different?
Well, I have a complete loathing for anything that has to do with cardio. So if it's a cardio day, expect me to be like the most miserable person in the world. So to know that I could like burn a bunch of calories, I think that one day, I can't remember what it was something like almost 700 calories in sweat, and that's 30 minutes. I mean, that's insane. But my body, I mean, this is the biggest thing that I've noticed. I have right in my shoulder blade, in the right side, a constant knot that is from weightlifting for surely, because and doing turbo, because I was a turbo kick instructor, and turbo was generally always, turbo kick, turbo fire has always been my cardio. But from doing crosses and not stretching enough after I work out, I have a constant knot in my back. I could have that knot if I was working out. I could have that knot if I'm washing the dishes. I could have that knot if I'm walking in the mall carrying my purse. And since doing PiYO, I have not felt that knot, I think, since like week 2 of PiYO. You're just so stretched out, you know?
Yeah. I asked my chiropractor, you know, hey, I want to see kind of my progress. And she's like, first she was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what? And she's like, you have muscles in your back. You know, like as she was adjusting me. And then she said, I can tell that your body is way more flexible. And when I adjust you, your body stays in place longer. And then I have a massage once a month through the chiropractor. And she said, I can tell you don't have as many knots in your body as you did before. So she's like, I'm not having to work these knots out of your body because of PiYO. And, you know, I mean, I don't know about you, Brittnae, but I'm like panting, like sweating, panting, like out of breath, and didn't jump one time, right? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I think I posted a picture the other day. It was our 45-minute workout, and I was supposed to go somewhere, like right after. I was like, I'll just throw some dry shampoo in, it'll be okay. No, my hair was like soaking wet, and I had sweat everywhere all over my body. I mean, you get such an incredible workout that you don't realize it. And I have to say, to add to this, PiYO has been, let me say this first, I did get LASIK in the middle of PiYO. So I did have to take a couple days off just to rest, but I made them up. But PiYO has been the very first, and this is me being totally honest and kind of putting myself out on a limb here, it's the very first program since I started with fitness and with Beachbody programs 5 years ago that I have never missed a day on a schedule. And I think that has a lot to do with, A, it's not something that you need to like talk yourself into doing because you move so fluidly through things that you're not killing your body. And B, I don't have to fight with anybody to do cardio because I'm getting a cardio burn and a calorie burn doing PiYO. And C, it's enjoyable. You know, you feel so good afterwards that you don't feel like you just killed your body. Do you agree?
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And, you know, I didn't dread it. You know, I didn't dread going to work out. I didn't dread the workouts. I remember the first part. Remember the first part when we started and when the workouts were like 18 minutes long? And we were like, how in the world are we going to lose weight if we only are doing it 18 minutes? But you know, we just had to trust the process, you know, and so we trust the process. You know, it's 18 minutes. But last night I did that 18-minute workout again because you basically progress in the program. And I did that program last night. I was like, that was so easy. I didn't feel like it was so easy. But when you start out, it's great because you're learning new moves. You're learning how to do things. And so I didn't feel like I did P90X probably 6 years ago. And I was frustrated every day because it was hard. It was so hard on my body. It was so hard. I was exhausted. I could hardly move and function. I think that's a great program, but for me, it just wasn't. And I remember just being frustrated with the challenging pull-ups or whatever. And with this, it has a challenging aspect of it, right? So you're trying to try new moves that you've never tried before. I've done yoga and Pilates before, but they were moves that I'd never done in either one, right? And so I was trying these moves, but I didn't feel frustrated. I felt challenged in a good way, like I'm going to try to get this. And, you know, my tricep push-ups, I still am not there. You know, we did it, started like 9-10 weeks ago, and I guess this is starting our 10th week, and I still don't have a really good tricep push-up. I'm still working on it. I'm still building that strength. And so I still have room to grow and with this program, you know, like, so I think it's cool. Like, I'm not like, oh, just bored, you know, I've already mastered it. I'm still tweaking and learning and growing and getting stronger.
I think that's a good point because you can, I guess I don't feel like it's one of those programs where I think, you know, I look at Insanity, for example, or T25 being something that I need to conquer, I need to make it through because it's such a challenge and it's such a big thing to do, where I don't think PiYO is like that, but I feel like PiYO is challenging you to do things that you didn't realize that you were going to challenge yourself to do. Like you're saying with the tricep push-ups. I mean, that was one of the things in the very first one. I was like, okay, #1 goal is to make it through this 30-minute workout, and I don't even know, I can't even count how many tricep push-ups are in there. I don't think it's a whole ton, but it was enough to be like, oh my God, you know, this is my goal. Like, I'm not looking to lose weight. This is my goal. I need to get all of those on my toes, or, you know, whatever it is. So you challenge yourself in different areas other than feeling like you need to conquer something, because you can challenge yourself to, you know, reach further in a lunge, or you can challenge yourself to squat lower, or you can challenge yourself to not take a break during bowler's lunge.
You're like, ouchie, mama! Stop breathing.
So it's not something like that is so out of the realm, and that's why I think it's such an amazing program for anybody. You know, I would say that for anybody that has major knee problems, or like cannot do lunges and squats, you know, always follow your doctor, but you can modify even that to what feels right for you with this program. And the modifier is Michelle in this program, and she flips sideways. So, like, everybody else is facing you, like in a normal one, but then the modifier is sideways. So you can see that in a lunge, she's not down to the ground, you know? She stands up quite a bit higher, and maybe her angle is like this on her leg, and that's okay, because you're still building the flexibility and the strength of what you need, but you're doing it at your own level.
Exactly. And I love having modifiers that actually modify. You know, that you feel like, and a lot of times, like when she's doing her tricep push-ups, I'm with Michelle. I'm doing my tricep push-ups with the modifier. You know, I try burpees. They hurt my back, so I have to modify my burpees. I want to do burpees, but they hurt my back. And so, you know, there's things that I really try to, you know, I love the fact that it has a challenge, but then I also can modify to fit. I was going to ask you about your diet. You were talking about 21-day fix before, and I did 21-day fix before the cruise as well. I had really great results with 21-day fix. I think I lost weight, but I don't feel like I got the definition that I got with this program. I think that 21-day fix program is like a game changer for everybody, because I believe everyone should do that program. I think everyone should eat like that. I think it's amazing. And I was so pleased going from, I didn't want to have to learn a new diet. You know, when they're like, we want you to be in the PiYO program. And I called them, I said, okay, what's the diet? Because I love food, and I can't handle having to learn another way to eat, okay? So, and you know, I've cut out gluten a lot mostly in my diet. I've cut out, you know, I eat a lot more fruits and vegetables. You know, I'm on a journey. I'm learning, you know, like I'm not super clean 100% of the time. You know, I have 2 boys and a husband who like to eat horrible. And so, you know, sometimes I get tired of eating the salads, you know. So I eat a cheeseburger and fries, you know, as well. So when we started this, I was like, what the heck? Do I have to learn another eating thing? Because I can't learn another one. And I really think this 21-day fix thing is working for me. It's something I can do for a lifetime. Like, this is cool. And he said, no, it's very similar to the 21-day fix diet. And when we got it, it's basically the same thing. And so I was very pleased in the fact that I feel like people should be doing the 21-day fix diet. They should be eating that way. And then I feel like PiYO is a great workout program to get the maximum results. I think 21-day fix is great too, but for your body, for longevity, I want to be doing PiYO. I'm 40. I've had knee surgery. I have 2 kids. I want to, you know, I see the old couples. Like today we went to the zoo, and our zoo is like, you have to walk up a mountain. Our zoo is like up a mountain, super cool. But there's like these sweet little old couples going together, and some people that can't get up. And I saw this old couple, and I was like, I want to be an old couple, healthier than that couple. And I believe, because I want to live a long time, and when I don't want to be 80 and not be able to walk and not be able to keep up with my grandkids or whatever. And so I feel like something like PiYO is going to help me for that longevity, you know. So
I agree wholeheartedly, and I'm so glad you said that. Longevity is like the perfect word for that, because it is, and it's not just for somebody who's super fit and wants to try something new, or a beginner that needs to get into something. Say you're a person that's never done a Beachbody program ever, but you run endurance, or you do triathlons, or anything that's real hard on your joints in that aspect. This is something that you can add to it to create that longevity, love it, for your body, because your body, you are just beating yourself up so much. So it can go either way of, hey, I've worked my body so hard that I can't walk, or I haven't done enough that I can't walk. And I think that goes right along with the reason that Shalene created it in the first place, was because she was getting injured from her high intensity workouts, and there wasn't enough flexibility through the body. Now, you know, something that we should mention is that it has pi and it has yo, so you're thinking Pilates and yoga, but you're never like holding one pose. The longest you'll ever hold is for a 16 count, and that's literally in the beginning so that you can know what you're going to transition into. So you could do, you know, a sun salutation for 16 counts, but then you're going to speed it up and you're going to move quickly through them. So you're not sitting still, you're not putting strain.
You're not just sitting in namaste. There's no corpse pose. If you've done yoga before, there's no corpse pose, unfortunately, because I love me some corpse pose, because that's just laying on the floor.
Who doesn't love? Sorry.
Yeah, just corpse pose. There's not one corpse pose. How rude. I mean, the sun salutations are very fast, like Brittnae said, and you know, it's constantly moving, and it's constantly moving, but it's not at the point where you're, like someone asked before, like, is it like confusing? Like, are the moves confusing, dancey? You know, like when you have like a turbo kick or something like that, or you have like a combination. It's not like that. It's very, very easy, and even if you're not a dancer, this is a great program for you.
Mm-hmm. And just to kind of put one little thing again about the nutrition, where Stephanie was talking about, you are going to look at this nutrition guide, and if you have done the 21-day fix, be like, I already ate that today, and that's a red, and that's a yellow, and I am good. I mean, you are so perfect when it comes to that. If you haven't, I highly suggest, before this comes out, create that habit in 21 days and get used to it. Yes, it's an added program that you're going to need, but doing the 21-day fix is going to make looking at your nutrition guide for PiYO so much easier, because it dumbs down what is written down in the way it should be. And
you could like, if you haven't done 21-day fix and you go into the PiYO, you could still mess up on the size, you know. And so what the good thing about 21-day fix is, like, my yellows, like I don't have mine with me right now, but my yellows, I was like, holy cow, that I only get 2 of those, you know. Whereas I would have, you know, I was trying to explain it to my son the other day. I was like, you've had 6 yellows and it's just finished lunch, you know. So, you know, that's something that you can see, like portion size, because you can still eat healthy but eat too much. And I feel like that's probably where I was before 21-day fix eating, is I was eating healthy, but I was eating too much.
Right.
Like, I would eat quinoa, but I would probably eat 4 times the amount of quinoa for 1 serving. But it's quinoa, it's healthy.
Right? Yeah. Or go to the restaurant and order a salad that's like as big as your head. And now I look at it and I'm like, God, I can only eat like that much of the salad. It looks so good, but I'll save it for later.
Exactly. So those are some things that I think will really help you. If you haven't already done the 21-day fix, I would definitely suggest that first. You know, you can work out. My husband always says, he's like, yeah, but she works out all the time. You know, she's skinny. She should be skinny. She works out all the time. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you have to watch what you put in your mouth, which I hate that, you know, because I love food. I come from, you know, a long line of diabetics. I have family members that were 350 pounds most of my life. So that's just, it's genetic. Like, my husband can just eat whatever and kind of stay around the same. I look at food and I gain 5 pounds. So, you know, my metabolism is just horrible that way. So you have to watch what you eat for this program to work, any program to work. And you cannot, what is that saying? You can't work out your food or something like that. So I just feel like, you know, you have to go into it with the mindset of, yes, I'm going to make my body stronger. I'm going to make it leaner. I'm going to make it, you know, I'm going to get muscle definition, but I have to watch what I put in my mouth in order to get those goals.
Yeah, and, you know, and that's, of course, the disclaimer that we got to throw in there. Everybody's going to have different results. Obviously, you know, you may not have 12 pounds. It might be 5 pounds. It could be nothing, but you have to watch what you're eating. And, you know, for us, our results came because we were very strict on the meal plan. I had a lot going on. I was at a concert. We also remodeled our bathroom. I had my brother's graduation party. I had my daughter's birthday party, and then we had another party or something in there too. That was all just in May. And I mean, I love to drink beer. So tell me that I can't drink beer for 60 days was very difficult. Now, did I have a few every now and then? Yeah, but I didn't go out and drink a whole bunch. I would have one or two like once every couple weeks, and I was good. So for us, for the test group, you know, we were very strict. But I know that I was very crabby while on it. You can ask my husband, because all I needed was, like, I need some chocolate and a beer and some popcorn and just mix them all together, and that'll be perfect.
Chocolate, beer, and popcorn. That sounds so gross.
So I was crabby.
My husband and I went to Napa. And we were in Napa for a couple days. And I gained 5 pounds. Again, I mean, I didn't even go that crazy eating and drinking, but I gained 5 pounds because, I look at food and I gain. So I was able to lose that and more, but, you know, you're going to live life. You got to live, you know, we want to have a lifestyle. And my husband and I had this conversation a lot. He's like, you know, you don't want to be that girl that, like, gains and loses 10 pounds. Look at my before and after. Oh, I have another before and after. He's like, you don't want to be that girl, you know? I don't want to be that girl, you know, because I want to be the person who has figured out what her body does. And I think I'm still figuring that out. I think I'm still figuring out what my body can handle, what it can't handle. As you get older, for those that are over 40, Brittnae, you're going to have this. It's harder to lose weight over 40. My girlfriends and I were talking, our moms gained weight after 40. So your metabolism slows down. And so you're going to be having to figure out for your body what works. But I do believe, I mean, today I was like in the bathroom and I was like, oh, I see a tricep muscle right here. You know, I mean, I'm 40. Like, I should see that. That's cool, you know? So anyway, and I'm still working. I'm still, you know, trying to continue. I don't want to, but I did see this other lady today, and she was like super jacked, like all these muscles. I was like, I don't look like that. So, she probably lifts weights, and I do not.
Anytime tricep push-ups, come on.
Working on my tricep push-ups. But anyway, so I just think it's cool to see feminine muscles. So.
Right.
But you want to start going into our questions?
Yeah, let's do that. Now, we can test this. I see that there are some here on the event, and let's go through those first. If you have questions that we've gone through, go ahead and you can post them. Like you said, or like we said earlier, I think if you just hover your mouse over the video, it should come up to answer a question. Otherwise, if you don't want to deal with that, just go back to the event page on Facebook, and we can go ahead. So, do you have yours open, Stephanie?
I can't see the questions, but...
Okay, there aren't on here. There aren't any on there right now.
Okay.
Oh, it must just be coming up for me.
Oh, here we go. I can see them. Hi, I can see you. This is cool. Can you see this? I see that. Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's scroll to the top of this. So if you have questions, we'll refresh through this events page. One, how long are the workouts? What are they?
20 minutes to start off with. There's 20-minute workouts up to 48 minutes. But most of them, I'd say on average, are 30 minutes. There's only one that's 48 minutes. It's called Drench. It's my nemesis. Yes. I hate that. I hate that workout. In fact, is it tomorrow? No, tomorrow's buns, but holy cow, it's hard. But
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So tomorrow's buns, but it's my nemesis, but I know that it works. You know, the cool thing about that program is it does everything. You know,
right.
Your whole body. And so that's a really good program. But I would say most of them are about 30 minutes, which I like because I think probably Drench drives me crazy so much is because it's 48 minutes, and mentally I have ADD, and I'm like, I cannot do 48 minutes. Now, when I'm doing it, it's fine, but just mentally, that's the only one that I have a hard time, you know, gearing up to do.
I agree. Do you know what will be in the deluxe package? I do not. And I haven't really asked because I'm not even sure that would be something we were allowed to talk about. But I have no clue. I don't know if there are extra workouts. I don't know. That's an answer I can't answer, I guess. We only had the base kit for the test group, so.
Yes. And I know there are some extra workouts because like we can tell like there's a core workout we did like today, but then there's another one called hardcore. So I know there, and then she talks about some other advanced workouts. So I know that there are going to be those.
Yeah, I don't know what they are though.
Me neither.
And I also don't know what the price. We were just talking about that. I haven't seen anything to know what the price is on the deluxe package either. So.
No. I mean, I've heard rumor that the challenge pack is going to be $160. Is that correct?
Yes, and I also heard, don't quote me on this, so if it doesn't come out this way, you can't come back and yell at me, but I heard from a few people that there's probably going to be a promotion price when it launches, like 21-day fix, where it might be down to $140 for the end of June and then July. So, again, if that doesn't happen, you can't come back to me and claim that I said it was.
That would be so awesome. And then, like, we would sell out again, and then I'd be so mad. If we sold out again, I'd be like, are you freaking kidding me?
See, and that's a good point. That's why you need to make sure that whoever sent you the invite to this and whoever is your coach, you get with them immediately. So as soon as they have the know-how of when the links go live, they can send you a quick message and you don't have to get stuck, because the 21-day fix, when it did sell out, it was like 1 or 2 days?
I think it was like 1 day. Like I think it was that day, maybe 2 days it sold out. And it was so frustrating because they didn't get it back in for a long time, and it was really, really frustrating. Frustrating for us as coaches, frustrating for our customers. They were seeing people have results, and they wanted to get it. I mean, I think I had to have someone order it for me. Shh, don't tell me. But because I couldn't get it, and so like I mean, because I was like, I have to have that.
Good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Well, I got mine before, but yeah, that would have worked.
So yeah, so like I mean, it was really hard to get it, and so I just don't want y'all to have that same problem. Hopefully, they learned from that.
Right.
Maybe they liked it. Maybe it was kind of like the iPhone where they're like, oh, we're sold out, but they're really not, probably, you know? They're like, you know, I don't know. But so you definitely want to be on your coach's list. Hopefully your coach has created a list, and an email will go out as soon as that is live. And usually when our products come out live, they are so hot that sometimes the server crashes. And so just, you know, be patient. You know, they're going to do their best they can, but, you know, you'll definitely want to order it that day.
And that date is going to be June 23rd. It's a Monday, I believe. And just because we say June 23rd does not mean that at 5 a.m. on June 23rd you're going to be able to get a link and go, because generally that means that they need to load it into the system, and they're usually available sometime in the afternoon. So again, just make sure that you're connected with your coach so that you know on June 23rd when it's going to be available, and you know the package or the challenge pack or whatever it is that you need will work for you. Okay, next. What about people who have had back injuries? Stephanie, you said you have back.
Yeah, I go to a chiropractor. I had some lower back pain, and so I started going to a chiropractor. Obviously, always ask your doctor, but usually back pain and that sort of thing are caused, I believe, from lack of stretching and, you know, elongating your muscles and all of that. And so I believe this is a great program for those that have back pain, you know, but listen to your body, ask your doctor, you know. But I definitely saw a difference in my body. Wasn't having those side pains that I was having before. And, you know, like I said, my chiropractor could tell a difference, and then the lady who gives me a massage could tell a difference as well in my knots and stuff. So.
I keep losing my spot after I read one. Does this program combine an eating plan similar to the Fix? Yes, we already talked about that. And it is 6 days a week. You have 1 rest day per week.
Whereas the 21-day Fix is 7 days a week.
Okay. How does it compare to TurboFire? It does not. That's pretty much the
It has Shalene in it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I suppose
Longhorn in it.
Janelle Summers is in it.
Janelle Summers, maybe in one. Yeah.
That right there probably cuts out the comparisons because it does not compare to TurboFire at all. There's no cardio, there's no jumping, there's no hit, there's no choreography, there's no dancing. Oh, and it's got really great music. So there's one other comparison. But other than that,
it's good music.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we can turn, like our copy didn't have that option where you can turn the music up, but I can't wait to have my real copy where I can turn the music up because I really like the music. It's really cool. So it's unlike any other music that I've heard in a program that Beachbody had. Don't you think?
I agree. And you know, that's like true typical Shalene Johnson fashion too. But I love it for this program because you move then through, you could have been doing flow for 5 minutes and then you're going to move into legs or you're going to move into strength and that music changes and you're like, uh-oh, I mean, what's coming next? I'm either going to be burning in my booty or I'm going to relax and take a breath. So, yeah, I'm ready for the turn it up option.
Yeah, for sure. But I like hearing, you know, one of the cool things about another cool thing about this program, just like she's talking the whole time. And it has to be so hard to talk through all that. Like I keep thinking, if I was a PiYO instructor, would I be able to say, okay, now stick in your stomach, do this? I mean, because she's like talking about your whole body the whole time. So she's like, you know, and you're like, how did she know that my gut was hanging out? How did she know that my shoulders were turned wrong? How did she know that, you know, my hips were turned wrong? So she's constantly cueing you and telling you so that you don't hurt yourself. So you do the moves correctly. And I really like that.
Oh, yeah. And that, I think, is one of the most essential things of the program, too, because you want to make sure that you're, like, focused on your body and that you're getting all the right things in as you need them.
And did y'all know that if you've never done a Shalene Johnson program, she's crazy motivational. She's very uplifting. One time, she's not like a Jillian Michaels is going to yell at you and curse at you and, you know, whatever. I mean, she's super positive. You feel good. So you feel good emotionally after the workout. You feel good physically after the workout. You don't feel beat down in any shape or form. And, you know, I think that makes a big difference to me.
Oh, for sure. Price range for challenge packs or single program. We talked about the challenge pack pricing. The base kit is going to be, I believe, $60, right?
I believe so. I don't know.
And then I don't know about the deluxe. So we're back to that one again. I think it's $60 for the base kit, though, and then $160 for the challenge pack.
Yeah.
Oh, some people were saying that their link wasn't working. I hope that they got it figured out. So let's see. Do you have to have a lot of yoga background experience or upper body strength? You want to take that?
You know, I have somewhat of a yoga background a little bit. Like I've taken some yoga classes. I love yoga. I used to actually have migraines. After I had my second child, I started having migraines, and I realized that when I started doing yoga, my migraines stopped. I haven't had I don't even know if I've had like a full-blown migraine like I had back then, because the stretching, you know, and all that really helped my migraines. And also, I grew an inch because I'd shrunk an inch for my kids. So when I started yoga, it elongated my body back out. So I grew my inch back. But you could never ever have done yoga before and be totally fine with this program. The very first program of the 8 weeks is one of the workouts called Align, and she teaches you how to do the yoga moves. So that's really cool. She teaches you how to do those, and so she teaches your form. She teaches what to look out for, and it's very slow. So if you've never done yoga or Pilates, you'll be totally fine.
And on the upper body strength, you don't have to have any prior upper body strength. And we've talked about push-ups. We've talked about tricep push-ups. My first day, I literally did every one on my knees, and now I can pretty much make it through with all of my toes. So you build that throughout. So again,
I'm working on mine. So I mean,
but the thing though is that the modifier, you know, you don't have to have a whole bunch of upper body strength. I think I don't know if I posted it in my PiYO album, but I know I posted it in our PiYO group from the test group, and I'm weird, and I take like random pictures of random body parts in the beginning, and I'm just like, well, I wonder how this is going to look, you know, take a couple butt shots before, but one I took was my arms, and specifically my triceps, and there was a major, major difference. Like there was nothing there before that, you know, so you don't have to have any upper body strength to start this, you know, that's what you're working towards to build.
You know what I would suggest those people who are doing, a couple things I wish I would have done. I wish I would have timed myself in a plank.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I would have timed myself in a plank day 1 and then day 60.
Mm-hmm.
I also wish I would have taken more progress photos throughout. Like you were really good at taking side photos.
I took once a week.
Once a week, and I wish I would have done that. I think I was so scared I was going to break the rules because they were like so like don't do this that I just forgot to like that I could take pictures and I could keep them for later. So I got like really nervous, and then I saw y'all do it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can start doing that. So probably day 20, I think day 18 was the first time I took like a progress photo. But because I'm a rule follower, I'm firstborn, so so yeah, so that was something that I felt like I wish I would have done. So those of you that are doing it, time yourself in a plank. You know, see, you know, write down how many tricep focus push-ups you can do day 1, because you'll love seeing you get stronger. You know, so you know, don't focus so much on like how many pounds. Focus on like how much stronger you can be.
I think, you know, this is something that I never even thought of. When you have programs like Insanity or P90X or P90X3, you take fit tests in the beginning and you mark down your results. Or if you're doing Chalene Extreme or Body Beast, every time you work out, you're writing down what weights you used. They don't tell you, and not even something I thought of the whole time I was doing PiYO until just this moment. They don't tell you to do that with PiYO. But those are things that you can make your own list for. Like she said, plank, triceps. You could take a picture of your like one-legged split in a downward dog and do those. There's so many things, or even a runner's lunge, things that you wouldn't think about, that your flexibility gains so much through PiYO that it's going to change. So treat that just like your fit test. Like think of all the things that you could possibly think of that you want to get better at with PiYO and write them down, and then, you know, track those as you go.
Great idea.
Okay, where are we now? I have a potential customer with MS, and I'm thinking this would be perfect for her. What do you? Obviously, always check with the doctor, and you know, make sure that they can. But in my personal opinion, I am an instructor. I am PiYO certified, so on like the more technical terms of it, I can answer and say that yes, it probably would be very beneficial, but of course always check with your doctor or their doctor, of course. Will coaches be able to order this before customers? Is the program 60 days? Yes, it's 60 days, and I believe it's just going to be one launch day, right?
Yeah, unless you go to Summit, you can buy it at Summit.
Right. So if you're not going to Summit, you should probably pack up your, or if you haven't registered, you should probably just pack up your stuff and go to Vegas and pay for it at the door so that you can get it. But otherwise, yeah, it's going to be one release day for everybody, so make sure it's marked on your calendar. Oh, a key is to know, though, it's going to have a 2-week window where it will only be available to purchase through a coach. So that means that somebody can't just go directly to beachbody.com and purchase it. They would actually have to go through a coach. So there is that, I think it's usually 2 weeks, I believe, window where you have that opportunity. We were walking while watching the video about PiYO, and I got a text from my husband telling me I was using all the data. Oh, sorry. I thought this was going to be a question. Okay. What about pregnancy and 14 weeks? Of course, check with your doctor, but I have a friend of mine that is 20 weeks, I believe, and she has been taking PiYO classes and all through her pregnancy doing wonderful and plans to continue on with the home program throughout her pregnancy as well. Okay, let's see, refresh here. I haven't refreshed in a while. Let's see if we have anything new. I think that's all that we had on there so far. Is that all? Yeah, okay. Do we have any other ones here? So anything else? I think we've gotten through all the questions.
Is Shakeology included in a package? Usually, yes. There will be a challenge pack, which is your workout program, the PiYO program plus Shakeology, and it will be reduced. So that is the smartest way to buy it, I believe, because you save money. I'm cheap. I like a good deal. I don't pay retail. That's the way it is. So I can pay retail and I don't because it's fun to get a deal, right? In fact, like I think my dresses for Summit, I spent $66 total on 3 dresses. I like a good deal. So I digress. But the whole thing is that it is a really good deal. You get Shakeology, which is normally $130, $129, and then the workout program. We've been talking about the workout program being at least $60. So that's what, $130 plus 60 is $190. The challenge pack would be probably around $160. You save $30 plus free shipping, which could be upwards of $12, $15. Right. So it's definitely worth it to get the challenge pack. And Brittnae and I both drank Shakeology every day doing PiYO.
100%. Without almond milk, because I don't waste carbs on almond milk.
Exactly. Me neither. Water and half a banana from my vegan with ice. I sure miss my almond milk, but I don't want to waste my carbs. Got it.
Any other questions, you guys? It's so fun. Gosh, I can't believe it went an hour. This is crazy.
Talk all night.
We can have a dance party now. I am all about dance parties all the time. So, any more questions? Going once? Going twice?
Maybe they all left us because they were like, you know, they talked too long, and who knows. Well, I hope everyone's excited about this program. And as much as Brittnae and I are, we had so much fun. We became friends. So get in the challenge group, y'all. Ask the person that invited you to be in a challenge group. We were in a challenge group, the test group, where we had other people that we talked about our struggles. We talked about what was working. We posted our pictures to each other. We encouraged each other. We laughed at each other. We just had a good time. And so I totally suggest you to be in a challenge group. You know, some people say, well, I can't work out at home. I have to go to the gym. Well, we have a challenge group. There's your audience. There's your motivation. Those are the people that are going to be there saying, hey, you haven't been here in a couple of days. Where have you been? You know? And they're the ones when you don't feel like pushing play, you'll go, but my challenge group is going to ask me about what if I push play today. So you definitely want to do that.
I completely agree, and this was something that just didn't dawn on me until the very end. But you know how earlier I said that I never skipped a PiYO workout in the test group, and when I became a coach was 4 years ago. We didn't have challenge groups. We didn't have challenge packs. We didn't have any of that stuff. And so when I started my fitness 5 years ago, before becoming a coach, I think that's probably something that I struggled with my own fitness, because I didn't have a group. I didn't have somewhere where I needed to be accountable. Having our PiYO test group gave me the opportunity to really be in a challenge group, like be the active member of something that I've been doing or that my coaches have been doing. And it makes all the difference. You know, when you want to eat like crap, you have to turn around and go be accountable to somebody. Every time I fell off the wagon and had a couple drinks, I had to say the next day, guess what? I'm not feeling too great today, and I did something bad last night, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to get back together. But that's what they're for, so make sure, you know, we thank you so much for getting on with us tonight, but go back, get in touch immediately with the coach that sent you the invite to this call tonight or sent you the recording if you're watching the recording, and make sure that you get in a challenge group and get ready for the PiYO release. It's going to be awesome.
That's going to be so fun. All right, thank y'all for listening to us talk for an hour.
Yay, thanks guys.
Bye.